Hey, it's okay. There are plenty of other great heroes from Marvel Studios to choose from.
You're Mr. Fantastic, aren't you? That's so awesome.
Welcome to WatchMojo.com. And today, we're counting down our picks for the top 10 Marvel heroes and villains you will never see in the MCU.
As you can tell, we don't have a lot of time for diplomacy.
Before we begin, we publish new videos every day, so be sure to subscribe for more great content. For this list, we're looking at characters who, either due to Marvel not owning their rights or their concepts being too strange, are unlikely to show up in the cinematic universe. Number 10, Deadpool.
I may be super, but I am no hero.
The Merc with a Mouth is one of Marvel's most popular modern heroes, especially after his record-breaking solo movie starring Ryan Reynolds. Originally conceived as a parody of Slade Wilson, aka Deathstroke, and introduced in issue 98 of The New Mutants, Wade Wilson proved popular enough to get his own miniseries. Flash forward 2 decades, and Deadpool is everywhere. However, one place fans are unlikely to ever see him strut his stuff is in the MCU. Fox owns the rights to the highly profitable anti-hero.
Superhero landing! Yeah, that's really hard on your knees.
Number 9, Onslaught.
Onslaught, win!
Dream is dead.
With such an epic name, this sentient mutant would fit in perfectly alongside Thor and Ultron. Unfortunately, that is pure wishful thinking. Spawning from the consciousness of Professor Charles Xavier and Magneto, 2 of the most powerful mutants in existence, Onslaught combines the worst of both of them to birth a devastating and hate-fueled creature. Introduced in 1996, his original run ended with a massive crossover battle against the X-Men, Fantastic Four, and the Avengers. As 20th Century Fox owns the rights to the X-Men, MCU's Avengers will have one less villain to worry about.
Know my name and fear it. I am Onslaught.
Number 8, Super Skrull.
Behold, the weapon that cannot fail. A Super Skrull!
Things get a bit complicated. Kalurt is a Skrull representative sent to destroy the Fantastic Four, who had foiled their plans to take over Earth. A mighty warrior, gifted with the 4 abilities of the heroic family, Super Skrull is a central figure in the Empire's lore, developing from a typical villain to somewhat of an anti-hero. First, some good news. Marvel recently surprised everyone by announcing the inclusion of the Skrulls in the upcoming Captain Marvel movie. Sadly, as the rights are still shared with Fox, characters like Super Skrull are out of Marvel's jurisdiction. So close, but yet so far. Number 7, Death.
You make me so proud.
My lady.
While Marvel has every right to include this hugely significant cosmic entity into the MCU, introducing the physical manifestation of death this late in the game may be a hard pill for mainstream audiences to swallow. This eternal being is not a clear-cut villain, often preferring to observe over creation rather than raise hell herself. In the comics, Death is Thanos' entire reason for being, as all his actions are motivated by the desire to impress and court her.
Come, Thanos. Let us move to our next catastrophe.
And he's not the only one, as Deadpool also has his own thing going on with her.
Crazy for thinking that my love could wound you.
While her ambiguous concept might not fit well within the MCU, there are rumors that Thor Ragnarok's Hela is set to replace Death's role in Infinity War.
I'm not a queen or a monster. I'm the goddess of death.
Number 6, Miracle Man. Who owns Miracle Man? That is a question many have pondered over the years, and one that is still kind of hard to answer. Originally known as Marvel Man, a British superhero from the 50s published by L. Miller & Son, this Captain Marvel substitute gained a following after receiving a gritty makeover from Alan Moore and later Neil Gaiman. After Todd McFarlane purchased assets from Eclipse Comics, a decade-long battle started over who actually owns the character. Recently, Marvel purchased the rights from Mick Anglo, Marvel Man's original creator, but have yet to use him for anything new. Number 5, the Silver Surfer.
Master, I am ready to serve.
Introduced to the comic world over 50 years ago, this humanoid space traveler is an icon of Marvel Comics. Those dying to see the charismatic character on the big screen will need to settle for 20th Century Fox's Rise of the Silver Surfer, as they own the rights. Despite the movie receiving less than stellar reviews, Fox hired J. Michael Straczynski, who would later assist in the production of Thor, to pen a script for a spin-off of the metallic astronomer as the protagonist. With the recent disastrous Fantastic Four reboot, the Silver Surfer might be best left on the comic page.
No matter how long or dangerous the way, no matter what travail I must endure, never will I stop searching.
Number 4, She-Hulk.
When you're a 6'5", indestructible, green-skinned woman, your career options are limited.
With the Hulk's inclusion in the Avengers, his female counterpart could be a straightforward addition to the MCU. Sadly, things are never quite that simple. Universal holds the distribution rights for a Bruce Banner solo flick, which makes debuting his cousin considerably trickier. A popular character in her own right, Jennifer Walters rose to fame as a fourth-wall-breaking badass whose day job consisted of defending superheroes in a court of law. As awesome as She-Hulk could be on screen, her backstory is too directly tied to Banner, and she would really need to be introduced in a solo Hulk movie.
I can do this. Maybe not.
Number 3, Galactus.
Galactus, the devourer of worlds.
Directly linked to the Silver Surfer, this legendary villain is a staple of Marvel Comics and capable of standing toe-to-toe with any hero.
To me, my herald, it is time to leave this earth. I hunger.
While mostly known for his antagonistic run against the Fantastic Four, Galactus has also repeatedly clashed with Thor. Marvel's upcoming Avengers Infinity War is heavily influenced by the early 90s Infinity Gauntlet series, which included an appearance by the godlike being. As, once again, 20th Century Fox owns the rights to Galactus, the most fans might ever get is whatever that cloud thing was at the end of Rise of the Silver Surfer. Number 2, Fantastic Four.
What is that? What do you call that thing?
That's it. The Thing.
After 4 less than stellar films based on Marvel's first family, no other license would benefit as greatly from an appearance in the MCU. The first superhero group created by Stan Lee and Jack Kirby, the Fantastic Four comics were near unstoppable for decades, offering a more optimistic alternative to the gritty heroes of later years. While things look grim for the family following the failure of the 2015 reboot and the comic being cancelled, there is some hope for a revival as the recent Marvel 2-in-1 series brought back the Human Torch and the Thing.
Say that again?
It's fantastic.
Yes, it is.
Number 1, X-Men.
I may be able to help you find some answers. How do you know? You're not the only one with gifts. Where are you going? Where's he going?
What we wouldn't do for a chance to see Wolverine and Iron Man share the same screen. But alas, Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch are the best fans can hope for. With the X-Men series proving extremely profitable for 20th Century Fox, they would be out of their minds to let them go. Counting Deadpool and the Logan trilogy, the X-Men cinematic universe spans 10 projects, with a handful being good enough to stand alongside Marvel's best releases. The two companies did negotiate the trade of 2 characters, Ego the Living Planet and Negasonic Teenage Warhead, but it's unlikely any fan favorites will make the jump.
That's going to be your assignment for tomorrow. Top marks, everyone, class dismissed.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from WatchMojo and subscribe for new videos every day.